Pradeep Hotchandani, Head Research, Prudent Broking Services, now joins us. Pradeep, good afternoon. What's the sense that you get? Market is looking slightly toppish?
Hi Prashant, good afternoon. Just to put things into perspective, just last Wednesday when I was on the show, I had said that 86.55 is the major target when 82.43 is taken out on weekly basis. Now why these two levels? 82.43 was, if you remember, 61.8% retracement level of the entire 91.19 to 68.26 fall, and that's why Nifty spent around 3 to 4 weeks around those level, and when that decisively took out that level, 86.55 was the level we have been working with. Why 86.55? It is the 52-week high that Nifty made last July. So we have been working with that target for last couple of days, ever since 82.43 was taken out decisively on weekly basis. So that continues to be the upside target. Now whatever consolidation you are seeing today, it's a part of the course. It's a healthy consolidation, I won't read that as a weakness. Oscillators on daily as well as weekly charts are pretty strongly placed, so I would still continue to be long with a stop loss of around 8400. That is the immediate support on the hourly chart, and would still gun for 86.55 target in the short term.
Right. Pradeep, this is Pankaj this side. I just wanted to understand about Bank Nifty as well. What's the view on Bank Nifty? Majority of the rally has come in from Bank Nifty, and you think that that is looking better than Nifty?
So I think it's looking as good as Nifty. The level which I mentioned for Nifty, that is 82.43. Similar level for Bank Nifty was at 18,042 to be precise. That was the 61.8% retracement level of the entire fall which we had seen. And above that, we are working with target of around 19,200, which coincides with the top made in July 2015, and which is 52-week high for Bank Nifty. So here also we are trading long. Our immediate stop loss is 18,220, which is the immediate support on the hourly charts, and we are still gunning for 19,200 as a major target in the short term.
Right. BHEL, any view today went till the highs of 145, and now closing, when we are closing it, it's close to about 140.
So 147, today's top is exactly its 200-day moving average. So I think after this steep run up, the stock is at a very crucial resistance level. Once this is taken out decisively, then we can talk of a bigger up move, which can take it to around 180 to 195 resistance band, which earlier used to be its kind of support. So which will act as a major resistance on the way up. But that will happen only once we take out 147 on decisively on closing basis.
Right, but as of now, it's in a no trade zone. You would not want to short because it's come down from the 200 DMA?
No, I would not like to short it, because it's on a very short term oscillators, or on the time frame also it's on a uptrend moving. So here I would wait for nearest support level of 136 to be taken out to initiate short positions. But as of now, somebody who is long and is making money would do well to book some profit and wait for 147 to be taken out decisively before initiating fresh longs.
How would you look at Cadila Healthcare? It's had a fabulous run, but today it's down about 4% despite markets not cracking.
So I think it's on some negative news which we had. I think technically it's well poised. It had its fair share of correction and consolidation, and on weekly charts it broke out last week above 365. So I think any dip here should be considered a buying opportunity. I think immediate support would be around 200 DMA, which is placed around 352. So that would be the immediate support. But I think from a longer perspective, it has completed its correction and consolidation phase, and investors should look to accumulate these stocks. In the pharma space, if I mention other stocks which we like are Shilpa Medicare, Vinati Organics, then you have Natco Pharma. So these are the stocks on the mid-cap pharma space which we like more.
Right. How would you look at DLF from here on? Difficult for it to cross 160, 162?
So I think it's a matter of time before it crosses that level. 140, 142 was the decisive, tough resistance area which it took out last week or so. So I think next major target we are working with is around 175 to 180 kind of region. The consolidation which we are seeing today is on the back of a steep run up it has seen over past couple of days, and on the daily charts negative divergence is also visible. But I think after this consolidation it should resume its up move and can go to around 175 to 180 region where its major long term resistance is placed.
Right. As far as Coal India is concerned, today it's up 8 odd rupees or so, 325. You think it's a name that you would want to buy?
Yes, in the short term it can extend up move. I think 335 where its 34-month moving average is placed, that is the nearest target we are working with. It has done a good job by consolidating above its 200 DMA. So I think I would give a couple of percentage more to Coal India, and 335 is the level I would watch out for.
Right. But in the short term, as you said, 335, what should be the stop loss that one should keep?
So I think 317 is the immediate support on the hourly chart. That should be the stop loss for any long position.
Right. TCS would be declaring numbers tomorrow. Any view on TCS? The whole IT sector is doing well today.
So TCS has been a consolidation forever. I think more than a year it has been trading within a range. So I think very important support it is currently hovering around is around 2400 to 2430 band, which happens to be its 34-week moving average. So that should be a very important support, and that's where also its 200-day moving average is placed. On the higher side, I think 34 DMA, which we consider as an important resistance, is placed around 2550, 2560 region. So I think these two are kind of 100-point band in which the TCS is trading. And as and when we see a breakout above 2558, then it would be a long trade, and on below I think 200 DMA it would be a short trade. For the timing for us it's a kind of avoid. If somebody wants to play on the result specifically, on the hourly chart it's showing good momentum. So I think if I have to take a bet, I would play long via options route by buying calls.
As far as Infosys is concerned, that declares numbers day after.
Yeah, so this has been our preferred bet on ITPAC. In ITPAC, I think it has recently touched its 200 DMA and rebounded from there. So that will be a very important support for it, which is placed around 1147. On the higher side, 34 DMA, which I said as a important nearest resistance, is placed around 1203 for Infi. But here also early charts it has given a breakout in today's trade. So if I have to trade here taking bet on result, I would play long with a stop loss of 1170, but preferably through options route by buying call.
Right. Any view on India Bulls, real estate, and HDIL? Those are names also which have corrected quite after some time.
So both these stock we had a
Right, I think that there is some issue as far as that link is concerned. We'll just get that link up. India Bull Real Estate is down about 4% We're just 2 minutes away from closing, and if you look at the market, it's not particularly that great. As far as Nifty is concerned, it was blinking into red and green during the 230 factor. Finally, it's down about 9% Still 2 minutes to go. We can still move another 10 points, 20 points here and there, but about 8 points lower. The closing should ideally be about 8,512. Let's look at the broader market space as well. So if I look at the broader market space and what's happening in the mid cap space, what's happening in the small cap space. So if you just pull up the broader markets, you'll get a sense. Bank Nifty was today down about 75 odd points. ICICI on your screen, flat with a negative bias. SBI 25 paisa down. Hindalco 135. In the morning it was at 137, 138. ONGC in the morning was at closer to 240 rupees. But right now it's up 2.6 odd percent towards close. Power Grid had a fair correction today, 3% decline. Tata Motors 481. Bank of Baroda down about 0.5%. Adani Ports down 0.5%, 217, 1 rupee lower. ITC 1 rupee and 0.5% on the lower side. BPCL got ex-bonus today, 2.6% lower. Maybe some bonus stripping happened over there. Reliance Industries was up about 0.5%. HCL Tech about 0.2% on the lower side. HDFC Limited down about 0.8% and GAIL up about 3.7% at about 392 rupees. Infosys 1.4%, 1,194, 18 rupees higher. Kotak Bank up about 1.5%, 775, and Yes Bank down about 0.5%, 1,148. IndusInd Bank down close to about 2%, 1,101 rupee after results. It has corrected about 40-50 rupees. 2 million shares traded today. Even volumes are not less on IndusInd Bank. Infosys 1.5% higher. Results come out day after. Kotak Mahindra Bank up about 1.5%, 775 rupees. And Yes Bank up down about 5 paisa or so. We should have the closing bell coming in any time. If we just look at some of the other losers that are there in the market. Okay, ICICI is down about 0.25%. SBI 15 paisa higher, or right now down about 0.5. ONGC up about 2.3. Tata Steel 356 towards close. BHEL retraced most of the gains that it had since morning, so 145, 146 in the morning. Right now about 140 odd level. Axis Bank down 6 rupees and Adani Ports down 1 rupee or so. ITC 0.6% lower, 246. Tata Power down about 0.6. I think we have the closing bell. Tata Motors 480 and Adani Ports down about 1 rupee or so. Markets have shut 8,505 for the Nifty, 15 points lower. I think the adjusted for closing would be about 10 points here and there. Pradeep Hotchandani is still with us. Pradeep, any view on Tata Steel, 4% higher?
So I think metal as a pack, we have been bullish, and Tata Steel, I think 364 was the level from where it retreated, and it had a fair share of its correction. So in this correction also we had advised accumulating the stock. I think 296 was the bottom it touched recently, and that happens to be its previous breakout area, and which acted as a support as it rightly should. So I think the stock is now ready for its next leg of up move. As and when 364 is taken out, which it should be a matter of time, we can see a big up move towards around 420, 425 level, which is its next resistance area, which happens to be its 100-month moving average. So I think I would be bullish on Tata Steel and use any dip as a buying opportunity, and even current levels one can enter afresh.
Right. Exide has done very well. 182 since the last results. It's up about 20 odd %. You think that's a stock which can do well?
Yes, it should, because it had a very long period of correction and consolidation. While its peer Amara Raja Batteries had a very good time, this stock went through a very steep correction. And recently in May, it's broke out on its weekly charts about 159, 160. So I think at least it should retest its top made in January 2015, that is 205. So that is the bare minimum target we are watching out for. And as and when it takes out that level, we can talk about higher levels. But that is the minimum upside we look.
Right. Can you talk about something like a GAIL which has done well, and a ONGC which has also done very well from the lows? Any view on these names?
So if you remember, I used to mention, in March we had come out with a report on oil, where when US oil was trading around $33, we had given a target of 41, then 50, and then 60. So based on these view, we had said that worst seems to be over for Cain and ONGC, and one should see to them as positively. So I think that view has turned out correctly. I think Cain 172, 173 is the resistance we are watching out for. That is the top it made in October 2015. Once that is taken out, then we can talk about higher levels of around 220 kind of levels. So even like right now, one can trade positively on Cain. ONGC, if you talk, 220 was the region where it was taking a lot of resistance. That has been taken out decisively. So here also I would gun for targets of around 270 to 275, which happens to be its next major resistance area. So here also one can consider any dip as a buying opportunity.
Right. Any view on Tata Motors? Generally, it's a very high beta name, but today did not fall out. Some of the auto names were down. Some of the other high beta names were on the lower side. Yeah.
So Tata Motor, we have recommended our clients as an Techno Funda call above 430. We are working with a target of 580. That is from a time horizon of around 8 to 10 months. So considering in the short term, if you see the chart, 486 was its pre-Brexit top, and it is hovering around that level. Had a correction, a bit of correction in today's trade. So 486, 487. Once that is taken out, then we can it can resume its up move. But definitely, it's a from an investment perspective, it's a buy, and every dip should be considered as an accumulation opportunity.
Right, Pradeep. Thank you so much for talking to us. Always a pleasure talking to you.